school sports have evolved thanks to Prep Spin. Tonight, catch all the hard-hitting action live and in real time as the game happens in 1080p HD video. Join us tonight for the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week with the legend Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, and the king of stream, William Moorfield. Nobody does high school football like Prep Spin does. The Mingy Beef Jerky High School Game of the Week comes your way now.
Some things never change, like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep breaths from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break, and the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sayre High School tonight. It's high school football here as the Spartans take on the Mustangs of Brossart High School. Gary Ball with the coach. Mike Meehan is back with us this week, and William Warfield, the king of stream. Joe Allen, Ty Schott. And, Coach, we got Brossart coming in here, and I tell you what, if you look at the look getting off the bus test, they pass it.
They do. It was amazing. I was standing out there watching from the balcony here on the press box, and they have some men out there on their team.
So tell us about some of those guys.
Well, let's look at number 44, first of all. You mentioned him to me, too. David Dovan.
Yep.
6'5", 240-pound tight end, defensive end. And he looks every bit like they got to play for Lexington Catholic. They ended up going to Notre Dame.
Yep, Michael Mayer you're talking about. And you look at the quarterback, Jacob Light. He's only 6 foot, only 170 pounds, but he really passes the test as well. When you look at his total yardage, he has 900 yards if you complete the rushing and also the passing stats, 13 touchdowns. And then Trevor Shadler, the running back, has 700 yards and 10 touchdowns. Those two guys are really a 1-2 combination.
Yeah, and you told me a little story about one of them playing quarterback last year.
Yeah.
Tell the fans that story.
Shadler was the starting quarterback. He hurt his shoulder, and the coach said, well, you can, and he wanted to go back to quarterback, and he asked the coach, said, my shoulder's better now, coach. Can I go back to quarterback? And he said, you got 700 yards and 11 touchdowns. You're my running back.
Yeah,
so you are going to stay at running back. So he is a running back. And I tell you what, when you talk about the Sayre Spartans, we've given all the kudos to the Brossart Mustangs, but you got to start with Cole Pennington, 6'2", 190-pound touchdown junior quarterback. He's 111 out of 152, and if you're wondering, Coach, if you're keeping score at home, that's 72% completion ratio. 21 touchdowns, 1,400 yards, and only 2 picks. 21-2 the touchdowns to picks ratio. So this young man can do it, and he's got Trey Dennis with 10 touchdown catches. He's got Jackson Marshall. He's got Michael Madden, and he's got Caleb Kern, and he's got Corey Gibbons. He's got some weapons now.
Yeah, one of the things I like to do is watch quarterbacks in the pregame practices out there, and I watch Pennington a lot. Obviously, his dad was a quarterback, played for the Jets, etc.
Right.
But Cole is really an accurate passer. But the thing that I like that I've watched from him, when he moves right or if he moves left, like rollouts, he gets his shoulders around, he gets his feet right, keeps his feet hot, and he throws an accurate pass every time.
So the Brossart Mustangs come in on a 4-game winning streak. Sayre comes in 6-0. Brossart, they lost their first 2 games, but I was talking to the coach, Coach Wiggins, and Paul said that, they treated those first 2 games really like scrimmage games. They wanted to find out where people could play, what the position, and et cetera, et cetera. He said we really played them, like preseason games, and then they got it together, and they found out that they had a really good combo in Jacob Light and Trevor Shadler, and also they found out they got a really good tight end. And you know what I always say about the tight end,
he's
Coach?
always open, Gary Ball. That's what you say.
And David, when you look at David Govan, he's caught 6 passes, Coach, for 90 yards. 3 of those have gone to the house.
90 yards, 6 for 90. That's pretty darn good itself. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. What you're saying about the first couple games that they lost, this is a tough, crazy year.
Yeah,
it is. Sometimes you don't even know who's going to be on your schedule from week to week. So you really must always be prepared to have your team ready for anything.
Right.
And I think that's the key.
It's the Sayre Spartans and the Brossart Mustangs here tonight at the Sayre Athletic Complex. I played tennis out here at the Sayre Athletic Complex. They built this beautiful football field out here. Coach, and the thing I like about it's got the LED lights, and it's really well lit here.
It is. LED lights make a big difference because they light up the field but nothing else. You don't see any of the surrounding woods and fields and
right.
so on. Now, it poured down rain today, but when I got here early, I walked that field, Gary, and that field's in really good shape. It's a grass field, but it's in really good shape.
Yeah, it rained really hard about, an hour and a half, 2 hours ago here in the Hamburg area, and it really poured down. But I tell you what, the field is in great shape. It drains well, and that's why they built the field right here, because of the drainage underneath it.
It's kind of like up on a little hill, and it's really nice facility. And they treat us well here. They're very welcoming to prep spin, and really good job.
Yeah, it's going to be Sayre and Brossart, as we said, 6-0, and Brossart comes in 4-2, a very good opponent. If you look at the rankings, Sayre ranked in this week's AP poll. They're number 8. They cracked the top 10 last week at number 9. They're number 8 now, and Brossart just out of the top 10 at number 11. So 2 teams that are highly regarded coming into this game.
Yeah, highly regarded in that division in 1A. And, down the road, there's some tough teams to play. So these tough games really help these 2 teams.
And next week, we'll take a look at the number 1 team in this class, Paintsville, number 1 in single A, as they take on LCA, the top team in double A football. So that'll be a great match over at LCA. And then we wrap up the season November 6th at Lexington Catholic. And who comes to town? Covington Catholic.
Yeah, Covington Catholic. And you and I have done several games with those 2, and they're always good games.
Always a great game.
Kind of rough sometimes, good games.
You got it. And it's Sayre and Brossart here tonight, and we'll step out here on the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week and come back with the starting lineups and the kickoff here between Sayre and Brossart here on PrepSpin.com.
At Atkinson Centric Commode, helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose.
We're involved at every step, guiding you towards relief. Take the first step and dial 859-CALL-ASK or visit ask-law.com to schedule a free consultation.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today.
and we always will be for generations to come.
High school sports have evolved thanks to Prep Spin. Tonight, catch all the hard-hitting action live and in real time as the game happens in 1080p HD video. Join us tonight for the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week with the legend Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, and the king of stream, William Warfield. Nobody does high school football like Prep Spin does. The Mingy Beef Jerky High School Game of the Week comes your way now.
Same MRI, same CT scan. Same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Well, welcome back here to Sayre High School. Gary Ball with Coach Mike Meehan and William Warfield on the Mingy Beef Jerky Game of the Week. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. And, Coach, when I go through Brossart's offensive lineup, you got to understand there's 5 offensive linemen, and Coach Wiggins told me, Gary, they can all play anywhere. They're interchangeable.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, to tell you the truth, especially at center. You know, those centers, they're running from a shotgun. That quarterback's 5 yards back.
That's right.
And they got to practice that.
So we think that their center is going to be Thomas Sayers, a junior, and we think the guards are going to be Brad Rice and Cody Orth. Also, we got Ryan Tweehughes at a guard, and Devin McCormick is a tackle, 6'2", 250. Looks like Brady Rice will be a right tackle. So those are the offensive linemen. David Govan is the tight end, and listen to this. Listen to the size on this kid, 6'5". This is legit too, Coach. We saw him out there, 240 pounds, and he's a junior.
Yeah, and I think he's about 250 or 260, but he looks bigger. But no fat, buddy. He is built for action.
And the backfield looks like this. Jacob Light is your quarterback, 6'1", 170 junior. He is combined rushing and passing for nearly 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. The wideouts, Evan Orth, he is a 5'10 sophomore. Mason Meyer, a 5'10 sophomore. The running back is Trevor Shadler. Shadler's a 5'9", 165 senior. He's rushed for nearly 700 yards and 10 touchdowns. And, Coach, he does not go down on the first hit. You got to tackle him.
Yeah, we saw a good back here last time that was playing against Sayre, but they seem to do pretty well tackling him, so we'll see.
And Jed Martin is the other wide out, 5'9", 165 junior. That's the offense for the Mustangs. Let's take a look at the Sayre Spartans. Jake Nara is the center, 6', 180 sophomore. Bill Bradley, 6', 260-pound junior at the guard spot. Connor Davis, 6', 220 senior left guard. Ethan Greer is a left tackle, along with Hayden Wilson as a right tackle. Wilson goes 6'5", 250 and a junior. Ford Webb is the tight end, 6', 180 senior. The quarterback is Cole Pennington, 6'2", 190 junior. And we already gave you the stats on Cole, so you know he's outstanding. 21 touchdown passes this year. Trey Dennis is the wide receiver, 5'8", 150 senior, 49 catches, 587 yards, and 10 touchdowns coming into this game. Michael Madden, back from injuries, 6'1", 190 senior, the ex-receiver. He's a good one. He had a great ball game early in the year for Sayre. Caleb Kern is your running back, 6'1", 180 junior, and Jackson Marshall is also a running back. Corey Givens is a wideout, 6'3". He gives you another thing. Corey Givens gives you he gives you good defense. He's got 4 interceptions in 6 football games.
Yeah, and these guys play both ways a lot.
Yeah,
they have to be double coached, and it's tough, but they seem to do a really good job of it. Both teams do.
Yeah, and Coach, we know they don't have a coin toss or bring captains out anymore, but the captains for Brossart are over there. So Coach Pennington is telling them to hustle it up on the music and the PA. But we've got Brossart and Sayre in here, and Coach, so we expect a pretty good ball game.
We do, and I think it's going to be quite a matchup between pretty much a running team with Brossart and a passing team with Sayre.
And we've got the national anthem, and it's sung by Anna Palumbo, a student here at Sayre High School. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Anna Palumbo, the daughter of Jamie Palumbo, and also Jennifer Palumbo, Jamie's niece, yep, and Joey Palumbo. He was up in the press box. So Anna Palumbo and Jennifer Nine Palumbo. We know Jennifer from, I believe she's at 18 now, right? Yeah, she's at LEX now. Yeah, so we got to keep up with it. But anyway, we appreciate them. Good job, Anna, on the national anthem. Anna Palumbo. And it's Prep Spins game tonight, Mingy Beef Jerky. We want to thank Mingy Beef Jerky. They make it all possible.
This is the game of the week, I'll tell you that. We're really looking forward to this. We were a little worried about the weather, but it seems to be holding off at least any of the bad stuff. So.
Yeah, I think you said the rain's not coming back into, 11 or 12?
The bad part of the rain, yes. We might get rain off and on at 40% or whatever.
Yeah. But. So it's going to be Sayre and Brossart, and we're waiting to see who is going to kick off. And we're going to wait to see who. I think it's going to be the Brossart Mustangs coming out. I believe they're going to kick it, aren't they, Coach?
Looks like they're lining up for the kick. Cool.
So we'll set their defense for you when we come out. And we know that Sayre will send back deep Trey Dennis. He usually goes back. Michael Madden will be back there as well, along with Caleb Kern. And they've got Kern to the far side, Madden's to the near side, and that's going to be Trey Dennis, the deep guy. We're waiting for this kick, and it's coming from Andrew Schwartz does the kicking for Brossart. And he has it teed up. Nope, they're going to use Eli Thompson. It's going to be Eli Thompson this time, not Andrew Schwartz. So, Coach, he said there's 2 possibilities. He gave me 2 possibilities, Coach.
Well, maybe looking for an onside kick or something, maybe.
Yep. Thompson set to kick it for Brossart, and this game is underway. It is short down the field, and it'll be dove on there by Corey Givens. Dives on it at the 32-yard line.
Smart. That's a smart move getting on. That ball was a little bit wet, rolling on the ground, so, yeah, that's a good job.
Big David Govan will be at the defensive end. Devin McCormick at a tackle. Cody Earth and Ryan Tweehughes at the defensive end. Linebackers are Trevor Shaler. You'll have Jacob Kramer. Carson Shermer, Eli Tweehughes will be a linebacker, and the corners will be Evan Orth, Jed Martin, and Jacob Light. Also, we'll see Mason Meyer back there as well as Pennington sends Wide outs to the far side. Dennis goes in motion away from us, and Pennington rears up, throws it high, caught. Marshall up to the 45, and Jackson up to the 48-yard line. Jackson Marshall.
Yeah, that was a nice job. A little curl pattern inside. Looked like it was a 3-4 defense, Gary, but I think they were man-to-man on the outside with a free safety. So we'll have to keep an eye on that zone look.
Yeah, and back there in the coverage was Light and Martin for Brossart. That was a pickup up to the 47, a pickup of 15 yards and a first down. Sayre breaks huddle with Madden wide out to the near side, twins out to the top, motion man to the near side. And Pennington gives it back inside to Kern. He's to midfield, and Kern down to the 46-yard line. This became a pattern last week. Kern rushed for 150 yards last week.
Right, he did, and they mixed that in with the passing game. The passing kind of opens up those runs. Against that three-man front, a defensive front, those linebackers are back about 5 yards, so that's going to allow for some running room in there.
So a pickup of about 6. It's 2nd down and 4 at the 47 of Brossart. The Sayre Spartans, Brossart Mustangs battling here tonight. Just underway with 10:55 to go in the first quarter. Here's a snap back inside, and that's Marshall, and he's going to be hit and dropped. Govan came over to finish him off, but he was hit there by, I believe that's Kramer coming over there, Coach.
Yeah, yes it was, number 26.
Yeah, that is going to be Carson Shermer. Boy, he is an athlete. Plays basketball at Brossart as well.
He came across hard across the line of scrimmage. Read the play perfectly to make that tackle.
3rd down. They actually lost about maybe a half a yard, Coach. So it's 3rd down and 5 for the Spartans. And Cole Pennington called in a long play here. He sends Corey Gibbons out to the top with Dennis. Slot to the right side. And Pennington looking left. Throws it, and it's going to be caught, and he's still going down to the 30 and still on his feet and knocked backwards there. And that's Corey Givens, number 3, the 6'3 senior wideout, Coach. Look at it again.
And number 3 got in on the tackle there. So, yeah. The corner, Gary, the corner was playing too much of a cushion. And what they're doing is they're reading that cushion on that zone and curling up right underneath the cushion.
Jacob Light made the tackle for Brossart, but not before Gibbons got all the way down to the 32-yard line. First down for Sayre. They're moving left to right. They give it inside now to Kern. He's up the middle and still going, churning and knocked backwards there. And coming up to get him, that was Twee Hughes and Cody Orth.
Yeah, Orth has been pretty good. He's going to be really active in this game, I think. Those linebackers, again, they're 3-4. They're sitting back there about 5 yards, 4 yards. And that was a run blitz that time, Gary, but they picked the wrong hole. They ran on the opposite side of where the run went.
Pickup of 5 down to the 27. 2nd down and 5 for Sayre. Sayre on the march just started back at their 32-yard line. We have 9 minutes to go in this scoreless first quarter, the opening drive of the football game. Pennington. Long count, back to pass, looking, flushed out, going left, and he's going to tuck it, and he's down near the first down to the 22-yard line, and Govan, the big defensive end, David Govan made the tackle.
Ran him down and hit him from the back. I don't know if you noticed, people watching this game on prep spin, there's a lot of slipping going on. The runner slipped a little bit, Pennington, and Govan slipped.
Yeah.
So
we had a heavy rain here about 2 hours ago, and it drenched the field. But first down and 10 at the 22-yard line for Sayre.
Yeah, Ramirez just came in the game, and he's a threat.
So out to the near side will be Dennis. You got to watch him. Pennington looks out that way. Kern is to the right of Pennington in the backfield. Pennington fakes to Kern, back to pass. He fires it over, and it is bobbled and dropped by Trey Dennis.
Yeah, Trey had a little bit, the ball was thrown a long way. That was an excellent job by the quarterback. Pennington has a nice throw. That's the hardest throw in high school, is to throw all the way across the field like that.
A little slippery maybe, Coach?
Yeah, I think it is a little slippery. See, do you see any towels out there? Normally the referees would have a towel. The umpire might have a towel, but this time, no, I don't see any.
Gibbons splits out to the top along with Dennis, and Kern is in the backfield with Pennington. And we have a second down and 10. Football at the 22-yard line. They give now up to Kern up the middle. He's up to down to the 16-yard line and hit. and a host of tacklers there getting. And the leading tackle was made by the number one tackler on the team. That's Trevor Shadler. He leads his team in tackles. He helped out on that play.
Hey, really, really good job blocking downfield by Bill Bradley. And by the way, Gary, I want to say a shout-out to Mr. and Mrs. Critchfield from Ravenwood, West Virginia. They're grandparents of Mr. Bradley.
Yeah.
Nice job, and hope you're watching, grandparents.
Marshall and Madden out to the top of your dial. That's away from us up here in the box. Pennington looks left, looking over there, throwing it, and it's going to be caught, and it's going to be Marshall. He's down to about very close to the – did they say he dropped it, Coach? Yeah, he had it for a moment and then dropped it.
Yeah, Kramer hit him right as he caught the ball and may have knocked that ball loose. So.
Yeah, I thought he had it. That was away from us over there, but you can see real good on that replay.
We're watching the monitor when we can. So
fourth down.
Very disciplined defense with this 3-4. They're straight across with a free safety. The safety is sort of reading, playing center field on these plays.
Givens and Dennis are to the near side. Ford Webb is a slot to the right. Twins out to the top. Here's Pennington back in the pocket, looking, throwing, and it's going to be caught by Givens, and it's going to be touchdown.
Yeah, late call, but
yeah, very late call. I was waiting for that official to give us a touchdown call, and he was real late giving it to us.
Let's see that again. Maybe we can pick out why he hesitated so much. That was a little corner route, it looked like.
Yeah, he was making sure he got the pylon is what he was doing.
Yeah, he was. He made that call real well. Good job.
So Sayre strikes first on a touchdown pass from Pennington to Givens. And we have a kicker in, and that's going to be Robert Farish out of the hold of Pennington for the extra point. 7:24 to go. Here's the kick by Parrish, and it is going to be just in the upright. 7-0 Sayre on top of Brossart. We'll get a look at this vaunted Brossart offense when we come back. We'll get a look at Light and also Shadler when we return on PrepSpin.com. Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin. 7-0. Sayre on top on the touchdown pass from Pennington to Givens, and they jump out. That's the 22nd, if you're keeping score at home, 22nd touchdown pass of the year for Cole Pennington.
It's amazing, and I'll tell you what happened there. Givens, what we couldn't see was that he actually caught the ball on about the 3-yard line, and what the referee was looking for, Gary, he held the ball out over the goal line before he hit the pylon.
So
nice job.
Meyer and Martin drop back deep to receive this Farish kick from the 40-yard line. Sayre up 7-0 here early on. They took the opening drive down and capped it off with a Pennington touchdown pass to Givens. Short kick, and it's taken to the near side by Meyer. He's up to the 29, and boy, he's crunched right there, isn't he, Coach?
He was right as he got the ball right there.
Well, what we're going to see tonight is probably a 4-man front by Sayre. That's what Coach Pennington told me. Jack Nara will be on the 4-man front, Ethan Greer, Hayden Wilson, Bill Bradley, Sammy Slayball, Jackson Marshall, Ford Webb, and Caleb Kern at the linebackers, Trey Dennis, Justin Freeman. We'll see Charlie Slayball, Michael Madden, and Corey Givens in the secondary. We already gave you the Brossart offense. And they will lead out with Jacob Light at quarterback. He's got behind him Trevor Shadler. Gives up to Shadler up the gut, and he's running hard. And up to the 31-yard line, got about 2 or 3 out of it. And a couple of folks came up to make the stop. I saw Caleb Kern there, Coach.
Caleb Kern came up to make the stop, but also Michael Madden punched it in there a little bit. He came up from his a deeper position. You better be careful coming up that quick, Mike, from that safety position.
Wideouts to the far side. Evan Orth comes out to the near. And you got David Govan, the tight end, is lined up on the left side. You got to be aware of number 44. And Jacob Light, the quarterback. And he's going to fake it, tucking himself, run it over the far side. He's up to the 35, to the 40, still going. And let's see, knocked down at the 39-yard line. He's close to that marker on that by that side, Judge, but I don't know if he got it, Coach. It's away from us up here.
Yeah, but I tell you what, he pushed for it, didn't he? He did a lot of that himself. 82 came in for the tackle.
Ford Webb. That's Ford Webb, 82.
Nice job, Ford. He made the tackle, I think, on the kickoff.
And as I said, I don't think he had to. He's just shy about a half a yard of that first down. Third, they got to get up to close to the 40-yard line. And Light is now up the gut, and Shaler's got the first down and more as he goes up, and Ford Webb comes up to greet him, but he gets it up to the 44-yard line, first down, and there's Brossart moving to change. That's what we were talking about. They do not go down with that first contact.
I know, and it's a great game, a great matchup. We have a powerful running team against a really good defense, and then a really good passing team against a good defense. This could be this game might be won by or lost by turnovers in the kicking game.
Sayre up 7-0 on a Pennington to Corey Gibbons TD pass. He hauled it in and just got in the pylon on the near side. It's 7-0 on the Ferris extra point. Here's a pass by Light. He's got his man. He's got the catch down to the 30. He's cutting it back, and he is going to 10, 5, taken in for the touchdown.
What a beautiful play. Nice run after the catch. Great throw. Perfect led him
to Carson Shermer, 26 with the touchdown catch.
Here's look at this replay. It's just perfect between that safety and that other defender dropping back. Dropped it right in there.
Carson Shermer, you know, his coach says he's one of the best athletes on the team, Coach. And
I can see that.
You could see him run like a deer out there.
But see what happened is if you get that running game established, you get that safety coming up and linebackers coming up reacting to the running game and throw it over the top. That was a nice job of calling plays.
Here's the Schwartz extra point to try to tie this game up with 5:22 to go in his first quarter. And Schwartz in with the extra point attempt. And the kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it. So he missed the extra point. So Sayre holds the lead by 1.7-6 over Brossart here. But Brossart, here's that touchdown pass to Shermer again.
Perfect. Just laid it right in there. This is going to be a good game.
7-6. We'll be back on the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week at Sayre High School.
Same apples, same phone, same coffee, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000.
Thompson kicking and back deep Dennis. Here's Thompson into this one. Drives Dennis back to the 10, inside the 10, comes out, 15, 20. He turns on those afterburners, breaks a tackle up to the 30. He's to the 35. Good return up to the 37-yard line, 38 maybe. And that was a good return there. And, Coach, you saw the
Austin Shadler made the tackle.
Shadler, that's the quarterback's brother. I mean, the running back, Trevor, he was a quarterback, but they moved him to running back
because he was really good.
Yeah, and he hurt his shoulder. So 38-yard line on a good return. That was about a 29-yard return by Trey Dennis.
Yeah, he can break him too, just one more block.
So Madden and Marshall split out to the top. Pennington with triple receivers to the near side, and here's the Pennington pass, pump fakes, rolls to the right, pumps it again, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And over there to get him, that was Shermer, the linebacker, Carson Shermer. This young man plays everything at Brossart. Plays basketball. I think he plays baseball. He does it all, Coach. I tell you, there's a number of kids on this. David Govan plays basketball as well. Well, he's 6'5". You might think he does.
You would think he would, yeah. Yeah, that's a really good program up there. And
Pennington made a couple of yards out of that. Second down, 7-6. Sayre on top, 4:59 to go in this first quarter of action at the Sayre Athletic Complex. Gary Ball with Coach Mike Meehan, William Warfield. King of Stream. Here goes Ford Webb in motion. Now he sets up. And they give hand side inside to Kern, and he's up the middle to the 42-yard line, 43, and tackled right there. And coming up to get him, Coach, as 71, a backup player, and that's Alex Rice. Alex Rice made the stop, 71.
Well, I tell you, this defense is tailor-built to force Pennington outside. They're putting a lot of pressure on the outside. These linebackers are coming up. If you watch, the linebackers will step up. One of the linebackers at least will step up and force the quarterback, try to force him out of the pocket. And so far in this drive, they're doing a good job of it.
So Sayre sends single receiver to the top. Motion now by Ford Webb out to the top. Pennington back, sets up a screen to Trey Dennis. He's got the catch. He's at midfield. Dennis dancing. The 45. He's to the 40 and tackled finally at the 35-yard line.
Really nice job and actually a pretty good tackle out there by Jacob Light.
Here we're going to take a look at that again, Coach. Great screen pass.
Yeah, little slip screen.
Just boom.
Yeah, stop and go. Gave him the dead leg and took it away.
It took the speed of Jacob Light to get him, didn't it, Coach?
Yeah, but that was a really nice catch. That's a little slip screen. You know, we used to call that a jailbreak screen.
Jailbreak, because you
because
break out of jail.
Well, that receiver comes back inside. His linemen have got to try to get out in front to block. But, man, it's tough looking on the inside like that.
Football at the 35, first down for the Spartans. And Marshall goes in motion. They give inside to Kern. Kern down inside to the 20 to the 30-yard line. Excuse me, I'm looking at the markers in front of the bench, and there's, of course, a down to the 30 pickup of 5 for Kern. I tell you, they really went to Caleb Kern last week in their victory, and he picked up 150 yards.
Yeah, I think he's a good running back for this type of offense too. He's slick. You know, he's like a mosquito in there, the way he can cut in and out and move.
Yeah, we got.
And he'll sting you too.
Got some special viewers tonight, Coach.
Yeah. Again, Mr. and Mrs. Critchfield from Ravenwood, West Virginia.
Yep.
Ravenwood, that's from a Walter Scott novel.
Yeah, Patrick Madden said he had came up in the booth. We got to meet him and his son Michael Madden, but he said he's got viewers over in London and where else? Japan, England. Pennington rolling right, throws it, and it is off the hands at the 20-yard line, off of Michael Madden's hands, but a little bit high and a little slippery.
A little slippery is right. Evan Orth was on the coverage, and again, when these receivers in high school, remember now, they only need to have 1 foot in bounds, and sometimes they try to stretch like the pros and keep both feet in. You don't need that. Get that 1 foot in, drag that bad boy.
So big third down. When they had a third down on that last drive that they took from the 32, took it 68 yards on the touchdown pass from Pennington. On that third down, Pennington had a keeper, didn't he?
He did, and this is a big one. I mean, this is somebody calling timeout here.
Yeah, 3:13 to go in this first quarter. Timeout on the field. It's timeout. Sayre leads Brossart 7-6. Good football game here at Sayre High School tonight, Coach.
Good football game. The missed extra point could come back and haunt them.
Yeah, the difference in the game right now. You're exactly right.
But again, it's a pretty good matchup. Sayre's giving them a little bit of what they gave them, running the football.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That run can really help that passing attack.
It does. It sets it up, and Caleb Kern is such a good running back, and Jackson Marshall's a good running back, so you got those guys, and, Dennis and Givens and Madden and those guys are really good receivers. Ford Webb is like 44 Govan, more of a blocker, but he can catch the ball if you throw it to him.
Right. I'd like to see Sayre again. Coach Pennington does a really good job of calling these pass plays. I'd like to see a little smash route against this defense, even though it's a zone defense. That safety's alone back there by himself. If you can occupy the safety with a post route, and maybe a little curl inside or a hitch, and just break out one tackle, and you can make some yardage on it.
Third down and about 5.5 for Sayre. They're at the 30, just beyond the 30, aren't they, Coach?
Yes, and
the Brossart Mustangs, they look like the New York Jets, don't they, Coach?
They do. They got that green and white. Nice, clean-looking team, big, strong people.
Brossart came in 4-game winning streak. Sayre came in 6-0, number 8 in single A. And Brossart just out of the top 10 at number 11. So 2 quality teams here tonight. This is no cupcake on either side for either team, is it, Coach?
No.
Pennington back in the pocket, fires it over the left side, and it's caught by Gibbons. Down to the 20, cuts it back 15. Gibbons down to the 11-yard line. And player down, shaken up a little bit.
We'll see that again.
And that's going to be Hughes making the stop. Let's look at that play again, Coach. Corey Gibbons, he caught that right off the turf.
Yeah, he did.
And Light comes in, tries to make the play, but couldn't, and then finally it was made there by Eli Hughes, the number 2 tackler on the Brossart football team.
Yeah, I think that's what I was just talking about. They occupied that safety with the receiver and then ran a short, in route, a choice route, to the one that caught the football.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Sayre, 2:40 to go in this 7-6 Sayre lead football game. Pennington fakes now to Kern, rolls right, looks, comes back to the left side, throws it. He's got a wide open player, and it's a touchdown in the end zone. I believe that's Kern. Caleb Kern, it sure was.
Yeah, that was we need a wide look on that if we can get it, because that ball was thrown a mile.
Yeah, he came back to the left there, Coach. Look at all the momentum and then saw Kern wide open.
Yeah, so Kern locked that ball up. You had to wait for it and look for it. That gives you time to think, doesn't it?
Sure does. 2:28 in the first, and Sayre now 2 touchdown passes by Pennington. He's got 23 now in the season. And the snap comes back. Pennington could get it down, and the kicker, Ferris, will be smothered in. So Sayre doesn't get their second extra point good. So it's 13-6. Sayre leads by a touchdown. As you see, the ball came back high to Pennington. He couldn't get the snap down, and then Ferris is finished off there by Brossart. So 13-6. Sayre on top. We're deep into the first quarter, 2:28 to go in the first on the prepspin.com. Mingy Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week.
Same shoes, same mixer, same computer, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you. Fair set to kick off, and back deep are Meyer and Martin. Here's the kick, and it's going to be Meyer. Picks it up at the 10, up to the 15, 20. Comes up to the 25, far side, and tackled. Good job there by Sayre.
Yeah.
And Ford Webb, I think, hustled down there and got that tackle.
Yes, he did. Ford Webb was in there, dove and got him from behind.
He's done a good job tonight. He's been on 2 or 3 tackles already.
So far, he's playing a great game. He even made a tackle on a kickoff.
2:21 to go. Here's a scenario, Coach. 2:21 this first quarter. 13-6 Sayre on top of Brossart.
Right, and we'll keep giving you the clock. We don't have the clock on our the scoreboard just with the technical problem, but we'll keep giving you the clock.
Shermer splits out to the near with Orth, and wide out to the far side. Like sends Govan in motion, and there's going to be a flag before he gets the play off.
A timeout.
Timeout. Somebody got a timeout. They didn't like the set or something.
Yeah.
Didn't like how the teams were set.
Yeah, that's Pennington. That was a timeout by Sayre. He did not like what he saw offensively against the defense he had set.
So, Coach, the Mingy Beef Jerky Game of the Week brings us back over here to Sayre, our Game of the Week here at the home of the Sayre Spartans here tonight. We're glad to be back over here, and Sayre 6-0, and Brossart probably the best 4-2 team in the state in single A, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that. I think Frakes Louisville Courier-Journal was picking them to be up there at the end. And
yeah, he had them in the state semifinals.
I can see it for a 1A team, 2A team, right?
Yeah, I got Sayre in the state semifinals.
I think they might.
But
they got to play Paintsville, though.
Yeah, they got to play Pikeville, I believe.
Pikeville, yeah.
I think that's their playoff situation. I guess if it holds up. We've had Pennington back in the secondary. He had a couple of picks in that Holy Cross game we did a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he played excellent safety. We could have given him the player of the game in both offense and defense.
So Jacob Light, the quarterback. He has Shaler behind him, wideouts both sides, and fakes and Shaler coming to the left side. He is to the 25, trying to bounce it outside, chased by Kern, and then pushed out over there. And that's a good job there by Corey Givens to get him out of bounds after he picked up about 4 yards.
Yeah, he had a good angle and he had him pinned against the sideline. Just pushed him out of bounds, didn't take a chance on any kind of
That's what I'm talking about with Corey Givens, though. And not only catches touchdown passes, he's got 4 interceptions on the year, and he can play good defensive back.
He plays really well defense.
Yeah. 2nd down and 6, Coach. We have just 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go in this first quarter at Sayre, and Sayre leads 13-6 over Bishop Brossart out of Alexandria, Kentucky.
Right. Now, Sayre's in a 3-man front, but they do walk that end up on the split end side.
Light gets a handoff, gets a block, and he's diving up to the first down marker to the 37-yard line, and Ford Webb helped. Who else came up there? I saw Ford Webb getting up, and
Justin Freeman, too.
Justin Freeman.
Another senior defensive player.
Corey Givens, number 3. Corey Givens helped out, William tells me. So Givens in on another play.
Yeah, they're a good defensive team. And you can tell both of these teams are well coached, Gary. Their fundamental tackling is good, everything.
So 1st down and 10 for Brossart. Some wideouts. Govan is split out to the left now. You got to watch him. He's caught 6 balls for 3 touchdowns this year. Motion by Shermer. He caught the last touchdown pass. Goes over the left side. Light looking, surveying, and he is going to be knocked down in the backfield. Good play, and that's a great play turned in by Bill Bradley. Bill Bradley, the senator. Senator Bradley.
Want to watch this. This is a view of the quarterback. He just can't find anybody open. That was a coverage sack. But the thing that got me, I was watching the receivers. They weren't working too hard to get downfield on that play. I don't know whether they were a little confused on what the play was called or what.
Did a lightning here? Is that what happened? Okay, so we did have lightning in the area, I believe, and they call the benches over. And
they'll send them in if it's a lightning delay.
It might be a timeout.
Well, they haven't sent them in. And if it's a delay,
if it was a lightning delay, they'd be sending them to the locker rooms. So it's just a timeout. I believe Brossart called it.
It must be. No, they're taking their helmets off. It must be a delay.
Yeah. So it is a delay. 1:11 to go, 13-6. And it is a delay. I didn't see it. Did you, Coach?
No.
So must have seen it off in the distance. I know William told us about a lightning delay over in Danville for the LCA game. 30-minute lightning delay. So Coach.
We've got 30 minutes. Should be interesting. Okay, well, before we go to commercials, tell me a little bit about the Scholastic Ball Report.
Scholastic Ball Report this Sunday. William Warfield does a great job helping me with that program this year. We've got Somerset. The Briar Jumpers are the team of the week. We've got Kyron Sharon and Cade Grundy are the players on with Coach Lucas. They're number 3 in the state in their class. Somerset. We've got the Lafayette Soccer Scholars. 3 of those young ladies all have 4.0s on the show. We've got Walker Terhune, the athletic trainer at Woodford County, is on talking to us about how you assess a knee injury for high school athletes. So that's coming up this Sunday at noon on the CWKYT. And don't forget, tonight at 10 o'clock, you can catch Rick Shaw and Donnie Atkins on the Kentucky Scoreboard Show on a bevy of radio stations, 50 stations throughout the state of Kentucky, 50 radio stations, the Kentucky Scoreboard Show, and that is going to be, of course, Rick Shaw, Donnie Atkins, Kentucky Scoreboard here on 630 WLAP. They interview coaches, scores from all over the state, the Kentucky Scoreboard Show tonight at 10 o'clock.
And they'll work all the way to 12 tonight with lightning delays
Yes.
periodic in different places.
Yeah, I didn't even see the lightning here. It must have been behind us.
Yeah. A funny story, when I was coaching at Bryan Station back in the 70s, we had a game with set up with the Briar Jumpers at Somerset. And I had a player on the team who was convinced, he tried to convince me that a Briar Jumper was a snake.
It's a rabbit.
I know. I mean, how's the heck is a snake going to jump over the briars? So, but that was.
I asked the coach on the interview. I said, Coach, let's get it out of the way here. A briar jumper is a rabbit, correct? He said, yeah, it's a rabbit.
Yeah, maybe a jackrabbit. You ever been out west, Wyoming, and places? These jackrabbits are big as dogs. They really can roar, buddy. They run. They're amazing.
Well, you know what else we got going on tonight? Walker Bueller, the local product, who interviewed with me and William when we started a podcast back during the pandemic, the COVID situation in April, May, and June. We started a podcast. Walker Bueller was one of our first guests from the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's pitching Game 3 of the World Series tonight, Coach.
Yeah, and I guess the Dodgers have sort of a pipeline to Lexington, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, because what's his name?
Shelby.
Yeah, Shelby. I'm talking about the catcher from Dunbar.
Ellis,
yeah. Not Josh.
AJ
Ellis, yeah.
Yeah. So Danville game with LCA is postponed till 5 o'clock on Saturday. They're going up against UK. They play Missouri tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So that's not a good idea.
No, that's not a good idea.
I would have played at 1 o'clock or earlier before I played at 5 o'clock to go head-to-head with UK, who's riding a little bit of a crest. I mean, we not only beat Tennessee, we beat down Tennessee.
Yeah, and I've heard that their fans were absolutely upset. Unbelievable.
So we got a lightning delay here. William, how do you want to treat this, Mr. Warfield? We got a 30-minute lightning delay, so we got about 25 minutes to kill. Let's run commercials for a little bit. We'll be back here on the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week. Here's the situation, 1:11 to go in the first period, and Sayre leads 13-6 over Brossart, and we're in a 30-minute lightning delay. We'll be back on the Mingy Beef Jerky Game of the Week.
Some things never change. Like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep rest from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Atkinson Central Commode, helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose.
We're involved at every step, guiding you towards relief. Take the first step and dial 859-CALL-ASK or visit ask-law.com to schedule a free consultation.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
High school sports have evolved thanks to Prep Spin. Tonight, catch all the hard-hitting action live and in real time as the game happens in 1080p HD video. Join us tonight for the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week with the legend, Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, and the king of stream, William Moorfield. Nobody does high school football like Prep Spin does. The Mingy Beef Jerky High School Game of the Week comes your way now.
Same MRI, same CT scan. Same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
Same apples, same phone, same coffee, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Same shoes, same mixer, same computer, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear caught. Marshall up to the 45 and Jackson up to the 48-yard line. Motion man to the near side. And Pennington gives it back inside to Kern. He's to midfield, and Kern down to the 40 him off, but he was hit there by, I believe that's Kramer coming over there, Coach.
Yeah.
And Pennington looking left, throws it, and it's going to be caught, and he's still going down to the 30 and still on his feet and knocked backwards there. Out, back to pass, looking, flushed out. Going left, and he's going to tuck it, and he's down near the first down to the 10. Football at the 22-yard line. They give now up to Kern up the middle. He's up to down to the 17, 16 yards. Givens and Dennis are to the near side. Ford Webb is a slot to the right. Twins out to the top. Here's Pennington back in the pocket, looking, throwing, and it's going to be caught by Givens, and it's going to be touchdown.
Yeah, late call.
Short kick. And it's taken to the near side by Meyer. He's up to the and he's going to fake it, tuck it himself, run it over the far side. He's up to the 35, to the 40, still going, and it's knocked down at the 39-yard line. He's close, and he's going to fake it, tuck it himself, run it over the far side. He's up to the 35, to the 40, still going, and it's knocked down at the 39-yard line. He's close. Here's a pass by Light. He's got his man. He's got the catch down to the 30. He's cutting it back, and he is going to 10, 5, taken in for the touchdown.
What a point.
Here's a pass by Light. He's got his man. He's got the catch down to the 30. He's cutting it back, and he is going to 10, 5, taken in for the touchdown.
What a
back to the 10, inside the 10, comes out, 15, 20. He turns on those afterburners, breaks a tackle up to the 30. He's to the 35. Good return up to the 30. Here's the Pennington pass, pump fakes, rolls to the right, pumps it again, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And Pennington back, sets up a screen to Trey Dennis. He's got the catch. He's at midfield. Dennis dancing. The 45. He's to the 40 and tackled finally at the 30. Pennington back, sets up a screen to Trey Dennis. He's got the catch. He's at midfield. Dennis dancing. The 45. He's to the 40 and tackled finally at the 30. Pennington back in the pocket, fires it over the left side, and it's caught by Givens down to the 20, cuts it back 15. Givens down to the 11-yard. Sayre lead football game. Pennington fakes now to Kern, rolls right, looks, comes back to the left side, throws it. He's got a wide open player, and it's a touchdown in the end zone. I believe that's Kern. 6 Sayre lead football game. Pennington fakes now to Kern, rolls right, looks, comes back to the left side, throws it. He's got a wide open player, and it's a touchdown in the end zone. I believe that's Kern. Pennington, he's got 23 now in the season. And the snap comes back. Pennington could get it down, and the kicker, Ferris, will be Meyer. Picks it up at the 10, up to the 15, 20, comes up to the 25, far side, and tackled. Good job by Shermer. He caught the last touchdown pass. Goes over the left side, Light looking, surveying, and he is going to be knocked down in the. We're back here at Sayre High School. We're in a lightning delay, probably about 10 minutes into that delay, Coach Meehan. And it's 13-6. Sayre on top late in the first quarter, 13-6. They lead Brossart. I tell you, this Brossart bunch on that first drive, Carson Shermer hauled in that touchdown pass for Brossart. They missed the extra point. It was 7-6, and then back came Pennington with another touchdown pass, and 13-6. They missed the extra point. Did Sayre, so they're up 13-6 here with about 1:11 to go in this first quarter. Lightning delay.
Yeah, I don't know, and those missed extra points could come back to haunt them. Both teams really. 13-6. It's a 1 minute and 11 seconds to go in the second quarter. In the first quarter, excuse me. So this could be a long night tonight for us. But, again, both teams are fighting hard. They have really good offenses. Defenses are hanging in there. It should be a good night.
Shermer with that long touchdown pass for Brossart. And, Coach, you mentioned it. Caleb Kern was so wide open on the left side, and finally Pennington rolled back to the left and saw him and threw it out there to him for the touchdown pass. But he was wide open. There was nobody over there but Caleb Kern.
No, they brought some people across, and he kind of just snuck down the field, got wide open. But the throw, Pennington went back to the left and was falling backwards when he threw that ball off his back foot, and that ball went 30 yards. Perfect strike.
I've noticed Brossart, we mentioned in the pregame that they had a great running attack led by Jacob Light and Trevor Shadler, but they've also got a good passing game led by Carson Shermer with that long touchdown catch, and Light laid a nice ball in there to Shermer on that touchdown pass.
He laid a beautiful ball right past the short defender, over his shoulder, into the hands of the receiver, right in front of the safety. So an excellent throw and run on that touchdown.
Yeah.
They're a good football team, and you can see that. I think they're both excellent football teams.
Coach, we're late in the first quarter, and we're in a lightning delay, and I hate to say it, but I just saw a little lightning off to my left here. So I don't think if the officials see that, every time they see it, it's 30 minutes. Is that correct?
Yes, they had 30 minutes on every time they see it, and that's a lot. So, we're already probably up to 9 o'clock to even get to this first quarter finish. So it's going to be a long night. Now, several other games have been postponed till tomorrow. We were looking at that on the internet and on Twitter.
Yeah.
So it could happen. They may have to postpone this game till tomorrow. And the afternoon game, UK plays at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock,
So,
and we cannot do it tomorrow afternoon on Prep Spin because William Warfield has KHSA. Kentucky High School Athletic Association field hockey, and I think that's in Louisville. He's got to be in Louisville, so can't be here and in Louisville. So if they play it tomorrow afternoon, we will not have that completion on Prep Spin, unfortunately. But if they finish it tonight, we'll be here. We're here right now.
We're here right now. We'll hang in there until the last moment and see what they have to say. Again, it's tough because Prep Spin is a very busy company right now.
Yeah.
William is all over the place, but he is contracted to KHSAA, so he has to do those
field hockey, and then I think next week he's got volleyball and soccer, then I think soccer, then volleyball. So he'll be busy. Next Friday night, we'd like to remind you that our Prep Spin Mingy Beef Jerky Game of the Week will be over at LCA. Painesville, the number one team in Single A, takes on LCA, the number one team in Double A. That'll be a great game over at LCA next Friday. Your old stomping ground, Coach.
Yeah, right. I look forward to being back over there. It was a lot of fun when I coached there. Had 2 appearances in the state championship game, one of them against Mayfield, and Coach Paul Raines worked with him. Turned out to be a good friend. We were enemies for many years when we coached against each other, but we turned out to be very good friends. In fact, I talked to him the other day. Austin Raines, his son, is in the Air Force, and he's stationed in Italy. He sent me a little email.
We've got some special viewers out there tonight over in Japan and London and where else, Coach?
I think you said Japan, London, and France maybe.
Or Germany maybe? No?
Could have been.
But anyway, Patrick Madden, we appreciate him helping us with the Wi-Fi here and setting up the broadcast here on Prep Spin. William Warfield is our king of stream. You got a microphone there, William? Let's get William a microphone.
All right, he's searching. I'm sure he'll come up with one.
Yeah,
there's enough equipment around here.
Yeah, he's got one there. He's just gonna plug it in, Coach. He's got all kinds of microphones. So William Warfield, we want to talk to him about his coverage of high school sports here on Prep Spin, and he's got to get mic'd up there.
All right, well, let's see how this works out. It's another wire, another headphone.
Yeah. William, there you are. No, can't hear you. We'll get that set there. Yeah, hey, William, just going to ask you, you got a busy fall coming up. You do all the Kentucky High School Athletic Association state events. The field hockey is starting tomorrow, so you'll cover that in Louisville. And then you've got coming up right after that, William, you've got soccer and volleyball. So got a lot of state events coming up.
We do got a lot of state events coming up. We did the draw show just a couple days ago. And, so we know where every region's going to be playing. as far as field hockey, soccer, and volleyball goes. But yeah, a lot of people don't know that we stream those on behalf of the KHSA on that NFHS network, and you know, we take pride in all the production for that. So busy few weeks coming up.
And then the football, the playoffs get underway November 13th. November 6th is our last Mingy Beef Jerky game of the week. We'll have Lexington Catholic, Covington Catholic over at Lexington Catholic. And then the playoffs start, and I know you're going to be in where's your trip taking you the end of November?
So the end of November, we're going from November 23rd through December 3rd. We're going to be down in Fort Myers.
Fort Myers, Florida.
Yeah, so we actually got 4 different arenas going on.
Is that a bubble down there?
Yeah, with bubble for college basketball. Yeah. Division I teams and Division II teams, so we got both playing down there at the same time.
Is that working with Brooks Downing? Is that one of his things?
Yeah.
BD Global.
BD Global.
And William, is Kentucky playing in any of those tournaments?
Kentucky's not, but you got some big teams, you know, like Auburn, and you'll have you know, teams like Drake, and I mean, we've seen a lot of the bigger teams come through there. South Carolina, certainly, their women's team, Baylor's women's team.
Yeah, Olivier Sarge just was named eligible by the NCAA. I almost said KHSA, NCAA.
Yeah.
They ruled him eligible, and also Toppin is ruled eligible. So Kentucky set to be a pretty good basketball team this year.
And they just picked up another big-time recruit too, I believe, is what I saw.
Yeah, they did. A 5-star recruit in basketball, point guard, I believe he is.
Yep.
I know Terrence Clark's their big gun this year. Is one of their big guns, but this kid is coming in. I think he's a 22 graduate coming in. But so you got a lot of state events. We just told people on the broadcast here tonight we'll hang in there as long as I keep seeing lightning off to my left, so that's not good. Yeah. But we'll hang in here as long as we can and complete this game. But you've got the state events tomorrow on Prep Spin.
Yeah, there's and you know, we got the LCA Danville game tomorrow too. Now that LCA is going to be covering for us too. So if folks need to watch football tomorrow, they certainly have that.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why those officials go into the locker room during lightning delays, so that they don't see very much more of the lightning.
Yeah.
They want to get it in too.
Yeah, they want to play it. But
Saturday's college ball day.
I think they come out after those 30 minutes, and it's probably been about 15 now, 15 minutes.
More than that, yeah.
But they come out after about 20, and they look around, and if they see it again, they call another 30-minute delay. So I think they'll do that, William, about 3 or 4 times before they call the game.
Right. I think
or if it just looks like there's lightning in the area for good, then they'll go ahead and postpone
and then they check with the coaches to see if they can make the game up or whatever. Hey, William, one thing I always wanted to ask you is, I know you love football, but I feel like that one of the things that you really get into is baseball.
That's right.
And when you do baseball games, is that something that you really look forward to in the baseball season? You don't do every game like every week like we do in football, do you?
We do quite a bit of baseball games, but not at the high school level usually. We normally do all the Lexington Legends home baseball games. So, you know, every single home game that they've played for the last 6 seasons now, we've produced for them on behalf of minor league baseball to the MILB TV network. So, yeah, that's been a lot of fun, a lot of good experience. I went in there about as dirt cheap as you could to just kind of get some experience under my belt, and we still have the same price still today. So,
yeah, well.
So,
yeah, you might need to renegotiate that, Mr. Warfield.
I got to talk to Andy on
that.
Yeah,
renegotiate.
After this year, where it wasn't even really Legends baseball. I have tickets. I have season tickets.
You know what though? It was special.
Was it?
It was special, man. I mean, you had guys in there. Brandon Phillips came and joined the team, and you know, it's kind of like you had free picks to everybody that was either a free agent in baseball that hadn't signed with the team yet, or guys that were in minor leagues that you know, didn't have a place to play.
They wanted to get some licks in, didn't they?
Yeah. They wanted. I mean, it was perfect for them because they had nowhere to go during the off season because everything was shut down. Well, there was 2 locations that was open, 3 originally. Pennsylvania had a league kind of like what the Legends started there. It closed down because of COVID. And then Texas had another one. So you had Texas and Lexington really going on the longest. Lexington ended up being the longest going independent league there for them. But it was a special thing that Andy Shea and those guys put on over there at Lexington Legends. And I tell you, he really deserves a big pat on his back for that, or some kind of award or something, because what he did was, I mean, it was nothing short of amazing.
And a good job by the Florence Shawls to get in on that action, and they formed 2 teams. Lexington formed 2 teams, and they played interplayed with those 4 teams throughout the season. Ended up playing about 30 games, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They played. I want to say they played almost 40 games.
Almost 40.
Yeah.
So that's a good job right there by those, like you say, by Andy Shea and the Florence Shawls up. I see that Florence Freedom or ballpark every time I drive up to see my daughter. She lives right there by that ballpark, a couple blocks from that ballpark up there in Florence. So I was just up there with her birthday. It was just a couple weeks ago, so I drove up there, took her out for her birthday. But she's up for a big job. You guys keep her in your prayers. If she said, "Dad, if I get this big job at her company," she goes. She told me it could be life altering for her. So
nice.
I got my fingers crossed and everything else. Hope she gets that job. But she's with Aveda. Aveda's a big company, women's products out of Cincinnati. They're corporate offices in Loveland. She drives to Loveland every day to her office. But she's one of the finalists for this job, and I hope she gets it because she deserves it. She works very hard. My daughter had her 39th birthday. That tells you I'm giving away my age, aren't I, guys?
Hey, why get an opportunity, and because I'm not on here all the time, you guys are normally doing the play-by-play. First off, I just want to thank you two for what a great job you all do. I truly believe that there's nobody in the whole nation at the high school level as good as you guys are. You guys definitely have the chemistry with each other there, and you just put on a show each and every Friday night, and I know the people love it because I get all those emails and text messages and just all those things that come off social media talking about it.
I think the thing that we have here, William, and I'll just say this, King of Stream, we have the fact that I generally like you, the King of Stream, and I generally love this guy right here like a father. He's not old enough to be my father.
I can't believe you said that.
Like an uncle. I just say uncle. He's a great guy, and he does such a good job breaking down the game. You do such a great job making it all look good in high definition. When I come in here, I can just make it sound, like we know what we're doing. And I tell you this, there might be better groups in the country, but there's nobody that has more fun than we do on Friday nights.
And son, I really appreciate what you do too. I was talking to my wife the other day, and my son Ben. We went to visit him in Montgomery, Alabama, this past week. And I told him, I said, the thing that gets me, and I told Gary this the other night, is that sometimes he'll hand me the stat sheet, and I can read stats. I can read it. But I ain't got no rhythm with the reading. And Gary Ball, he has a rhythm with these things that I can't figure out how he does it. And I'm sure a lot of it's practice because he's done it for years. But again.
One thing my wonderful wife, Bridget DeVries, told me, guys, she said, you can never practice enough. I'm talking about my show too, William. William helps me do the Scholastic Ball Report. Bridget's big on practicing. She said, practice your opening, practice, and when you call ball games, practice. And that's what I try to do. I try to bring it. We had a couple parents come up here tonight and tell us how much they enjoy our broadcast. And the thing you got to tell them is, it's not phony. We can't fake this. We cannot fake enthusiasm.
I think all of us kind of had that same start when we started out doing this stuff. Is, hey, we were going to do this because we wanted to practice underneath our belt, and then we kind of. Like, hold up, wait a minute, we love this.
Yeah.
But this is awesome,
Yeah.
So, and I know all of us have had that opportunity to go to the next level and do bigger things, make more money, that kind of thing. But you can't you can't buy something you love.
Let me tell you, take it from somebody who's done college sports. I've announced college basketball, college football. Did Thomas More College Radio for 4 or 5 years. Did the Horseman Arena football team. I've done pro baseball, William, and also basketball. Did the Stallions, the ABA team at Kalamazoo. There's nothing like high school sports. It's the most pure, genuine sport going on right now. These guys are playing because they have Brossart and Sayre on the front of the jerseys. They're not playing because of a big fat paycheck they're going to get on Monday or something like that.
Right.
These guys are playing because they love the sport, and they would play it 5 times a week if you'd let them. But Friday nights is when we circle that in, Friday night football, and we absolutely. I mean, I told you I love high school football is my passion. I could do high school football 3 nights a week, but they only allow us to do it one night.
There's so many ways to get involved. Like Coach Pennington, for example. I mean, look what all he's accomplished, and then to come back and to give back to high school sports. Think about that.
He must think he's playing the Jets tonight because
that's
Brossart looks just like the Jets.
Not the Jets this year.
No, not the Jets. They're terrible this year. But
goodness.
Chad was on some good Jets teams. But, played for the New York Jets and now coaching here at Sayre High School. I know he and Marty Moore, the coach at LCA that played for the Patriots and played at UK. I know they coached for a little while together. Middle school, they coached their sons in middle school, and now Mason's a standout at LCA as a junior, and here's Cole and his younger brother standouts here at Sayre High School.
Well, and then we were here a couple of weeks ago, and the head coach at Holy Cross played football at
Bruce Kozerski.
Yeah, played for Cincinnati.
He was a radio announcer with me on radio back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. Bruce worked with me. He's huge. He's 6'5".
He's a big man.
And but he's such an intelligent guy.
And let's talk about this too while we got the opportunity, because we know a lot of Sayre folks are tuning in. A lot of Bishop Brossart folks are tuning in tonight. But we definitely need to thank Sayre too, and just giving us the opportunity. We've never had that relationship with them. We've called them on the road lots of times, whether, playing Elbert at LCA or playing somewhere else in a district game or something. But never have we done football up until last time we were here, which was a couple weeks ago. But yeah, man, I just want to reach out to and let everybody know that, man, you guys got a heck of an AD here, Mr. Little. He has really promoted your all's program and really sold us on the idea of, hey, just come over here, check it out. You guys will really like it, and just the great hospitality that they've showed us here has been really nice to us. And we hope to do a lot more things with Sayre here in the future.
Definitely. Sayre's got it going on. I mean, look at Pennington, 23 touchdowns. He's got 2 in his first quarter, Coach, and he's only a junior, so he'll be back next year. Yeah,
they're really making us feel welcome. In fact, their tech guy came up here to help out a little bit to make sure that we were perfect. He wanted us perfect.
Mr. Whitaker.
I was going to say, when I got here, the bandwidth was a little low, but they put in a new firewall system here, and he came up here before I even had to reach out to him. He's like, hey, I know what the problem is. And he fixed us up. So
fixed us up.
What a great guy that was.
Yeah, great tech guy here at Sayre High School. And they got a great complex out here. I told you guys, William and Coach, I used to play tennis out here. They got some tennis courts. Bridges said they used to use these tennis courts for the KHSAA tennis championship. So they got some good tennis courts out here. So Sayre's got a good facility. They got a great program. They're undefeated right now, ranked number 8 in the state. And there's a reason they're ranked 8th in the state. They got some players.
They've got some players. They've got weapons on offense. And defensively, we've mentioned this before, you can see good coaching in a team. On defense especially. You got athletes a lot of times on offense. They can do a lot of things. They play basketball, baseball, whatever. But on defense, you want guys that will do their job and do it well and make good, secure tackles that are not dangerous tackles, not ducking your head and all that sort of thing. And both of these teams are definitely exhibiting that really good type of technique.
Has been showing what you're talking about, good technique there. Ford Webb, 82.
Absolutely.
He's made a couple nice plays already in this first quarter for the defense of Sayre High School. And, of course, how can you not talk about Cole Pennington? 2 touchdown passes, one to Corey Gibbons, who just got in the right pylon, and one to a wide-open Kern, who was standing over there all by himself, William. And he was the only one over there to the left, and Kern caught that touchdown pass. So we're in a lightning delay here at Sayre High School.
Yeah, I think David Govan for Bishop Brossart, we've been kind of waiting for him to break out, but, he hasn't had time to do much today. It's still the first quarter in this lightning delay, but what a man he is. Well, I tell you what, they've got some players. Number 75 on the offensive line.
Yeah, he's a big dude, isn't he?
Well, big, strong
he
dude.
is 6'2", 250.
Yeah, he's a good-sized kid. Gary, talk about Bishop Brossart a little bit. About where is it located, and because you're familiar with Northern Kentucky.
It's in Alexandria, so it's in Campbell County. They've had some success in basketball. William knows that from the All-A Classic. Brossart's had some success in that tournament that William covers every year. They've got some good. I think St. Henry had that really good team last year with that Wyatt Veith kid was the MVP awesome. Of the tournament. But Brossart's got a good basketball program. I know they had a long-time AD. Melvin Webster was a long-time AD there. Now they got a new AD now, Bundy right now. But I tell you, let me tell you a little bit about it. I'm glad you asked, Coach.
Good, I'm glad. That's my job.
Paul Wiggins, the coach, his older brother, Scotty, was a pitcher and played quarterback at Newport Catholic back in the probably 90s or late 80s or I think 90s, I'm forgetting, but he ended up pitching for the New York Yankees. Was a great baseball pitcher, lefty, and that's Paul Wiggins' older brother Scott, former Newport policeman, and a great pitcher for the Yankees. And I know Paul told me that Scott wanted to say hello to me. So they're a great family. He's a great coach. I'm telling you, Brossart's coach is outstanding. You can see that in this game. I mean, they're going to give if this game is concluded, they'll give Sayre all they want here tonight. I like Sayre to win this game, but I think Brossart will come in and I think they'll give Sayre all they can handle here tonight.
I think if we get into further in the game, hopefully we will, in the latter third quarter, fourth quarter, that running game is going to wear Sayre down a little bit. Tackling those backs is tough. But again, covering those receivers deep, that's going to be tough for both teams. So, especially I'm seeing some slippage out there. I'm seeing some players slipping a little bit.
Yeah. And Brossart, back to Brossart, they have a beautiful football facility up there. It's just a beautiful stadium, a big B in the middle of the stadium and the field, and they have a beautiful field. And they've obviously got some folk. It's a private school, so obviously they got some people up there that contribute to their cause up there at Brossart. Right. Newport Catholic right now is loaded. They're undefeated again in football. It seems like they're always at the state finals, William, and they're good again. So you've got some really good football up there. And Beechwood is another program up there in northern Kentucky. Everybody thinks Beechwood's a private school. It's a public school.
That's a public school.
Yeah. And they've won like 12 or 13 state titles in Class A up at Beechwood. So Brossart's a great school, good academic school. And Coach, I know one thing. I asked Paul about some of his players, and if you'll give me a second, I'll tell you what he told me about all of them. And I've got time to do it, obviously. Here we go. Here's information on Carson Shermer. He's on the honor roll. Listen to this, guys. Carson Shermer. He plays football, basketball, and track. He has a perfect 4.0 GPA. Perfect.
That's amazing.
4.0. Trevor Shadler, the football player, is an honor roll student. So he's a 3.5, 3.6 student. Thomas Sayers, number 77, is football, baseball, honor roll student. I mean, it goes on and on. David Govan plays football and basketball, and he's a good student. Andrew Schwartz, football, cross country, and track. Eli Thompson, football and track. I mean, this just goes on and on. Evan North plays football, basketball. He's a 3-sport star. Yeah. Talk about multi-sports. He plays all 3 of them. And then Mason Meyer plays football, basketball, and track. Brad Rice is football and track. And Alex Rice is football and track. So the 2 Rice brothers play football and track. So that was from Paul. I asked him a little bit of information about some of his, and he sends me a whole diary on them.
That's excellent. Good job with that. Are we running some?
I'm just going to run some replays while we got the.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at them. That was a great play.
Again, watch this defense with those linebackers back 5 yards, and they try to react to the ball.
But that was Kern right up the middle.
Yeah, I think Hayden Wilson for Sayre, good job of blocking downfield.
Yeah. And
look at that, breaking tackles.
That was Corey Givens breaking tackles right there and breaking ankles. Or slipping through, whatever.
There's a nice move to the left. Going to run the football, cuts back.
Yep.
That's when the big man hit him from behind.
Yeah, Govan got him.
Good job of running, Gary. We talked about them turning to the run game a little bit more than they usually do.
Yeah.
This is a touchdown pass here, I believe.
Yeah, this is the touchdown to Corey Givens in the corner. He just gets to that pylon, doesn't he?
Yep, he does.
Just got to that pylon.
Yep. Nice job. That was a really nice play.
Yeah, that was a kickoff there.
Yeah, 82. He made quite a few
Ford
plays.
Webb, yeah.
Yeah, on kickoffs and regular.
There was a lot of action in this first quarter, wasn't there?
There was a lot of action in the first quarter.
Imagine what we're going to have for 4 quarters if we play with this Lightning.
Well, Mr. Little put out a big email about promoting it, to the Brossart fans, and then, of course, Sayre, all their fans knew about it too. So,
Paul Wiggins, the coach at Brossart, told me he put it out to all his fans that you could watch a game because they're limited in the amount of fans they can have here at the game. They only gave 2 tickets, but you know what? Sayre is a classy school. You know what they said? Brossart said, "Okay, what do we owe you money-wise for the tickets?" Sayre said, "Nothing.
Yeah, just
you can have them." They gave them all their tickets.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Sayre's a classy school.
It really is. Another good run on the kickoff. Brought it back to about the 35-yard line.
And Sayre is the only undefeated team in Lexington. Apologies to anybody that offended, but they're the only 6-0 team in Lexington. Nobody else is 6-0. Sorry if you got your feelings hurt.
Hey.
I mean, if you wear orange, you got beat 34-7 last week by Kentucky. That's all I'll say.
Nice job on the screens. They run that slip screen really well, and they get downfield and block. So pretty good job.
Yep.
Nice catch there, Gary.
Sure was.
Shoestring catch.
Gibbons making something go. Van got him.
This is the play, though. Where in the world did he come from? Where was he lined up?
I really like Pennington, and just being patient out there, waiting for that play to happen.
Yeah, his offensive line should be commended too. They give him time.
Watch it.
Well, this time he had pursuit by big number 75. There was barreling down on him. That's Devin McCormick, 250-pounder.
That was one of those plays where somebody just blew the coverage. They left him. We've had some problems. Snaps.
Yeah, high snaps have been a little bugaboo for Sayre.
Yep.
Big, was it 66 comes in there on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a return by Meyer. Liked looking. I think this is where he runs it himself? Yeah, and then stuffed. Yeah, there were some good plays in that first half, William, and you called them all here on Prep Spin. I tell you, you guys are just fantastic at what you do, and Coach Amin and I just have so much fun just sitting here talking about it, don't we, Coach?
Yeah, the camera, the guys. We have two tonight. Sometimes we have three guys, and they're professional at what they do.
Absolutely.
Big Joe Allen, and Ty.
Hey, a lot of practice, guys. A lot of practice. Yeah, we keep those guys fairly busy.
Yeah.
They do all the KHSA stuff with me that we have to supply camera ops, and then I take these guys out to college events with me too. And when we got that kind of work going on, of course, this year's been bad, production-wise.
Yeah.
But we hope that it'll pick up, and we're optimistic with this new event coming up in November that we'll be able to do so. And
didn't you go to Canada one time?
Oh yeah, we've been up there, and we did some college events up there.
Got to make sure that Big Joe had his passport. I remember that.
Yep. Yeah. Got our equipment caught up in customs for several weeks, and then on the way back for up to a year on some of our stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah. So don't send a computer monitor back from Canada because it'll stay there for a year. I'm not sure why, but
yeah, that can happen. My son moved from Hawaii to Alabama, and they spent weeks because of COVID. Mm-hmm. They actually spent with 3 children. One of them was 1 year, a little bit over 1 year old, a 4-year-old, and then a 12-year-old. They were quarantined in a hotel room for like 2 weeks, and that's tough on everybody, but the Air Force especially very serious about it. $10,000 fines if you go out. I know one thing they did was when you checked into your hotel from the airport, they gave you a key that would only open the door one time, so you couldn't come back out and go back in. So they were really, really careful what they did. But just what you were talking about there, they they actually did have trouble getting the thing shipped from Hawaii. So
tonight's game's canceled.
So they canceled the game tonight, Coach. You predicted that.
I felt
What's
that
up
way.
with that, Nostradamus?
I just don't. I didn't like what I saw in the weather forecast, and I certainly didn't like when Danville and all these other places were canceling games.
So Sayre, you can't have a completion just not even playing a quarter. So they need to play a half for this to be a final. So they canceled the game, and that means canceled. They're not going to try to make it up.
Yeah, that doesn't mean postponed.
Right,
no,
it's canceled.
Sir.
So William will have field hockey tomorrow for the KHSA, and we came out here. We tried to do it. We did it last time here. Sayre played Holy Cross. And
we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
And so 13-6, Sayre was leading. If any consolation, they were every time they had the ball, they moved it.
Yep.
Yes, they did.
So the game is canceled here tonight at Sayre High School. Late in the first quarter, the minute 11 to go, William Moorfield, Sayre led 13-6 over Brossart, and they're going to call it, and the game is over. And, Coach, great working with you tonight. I mean, we had a quarter of it anyway.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, too. It's good. I love these good games where these teams match up and smack each other and play well, but play technique and safety, and, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Love it.
William, next Friday night, I guess we'll have a great one. Paintsville and LCA.
Paintsville and LCA next Friday night, yes, sir. I'm gonna holler at Terry on that and make sure that we can get that other side over there, and that'd be a big game for us, I think.
Yep, I think so. So that'll be next Friday night. So from Sayre High School, the game is canceled here after just not even one quarter, about a minute 11 to go in the first quarter. Sayre led 13-6 over Brossart. Again, for my teammates tonight, William Warfield, the king of stream, Joe Allen, tie shot, and for Coach Mike Meehan, this is Gary Ball. So long from Sayre High School, where the game tonight has been canceled because of lightning.